out to everybody that's tuned in. I had to show some love. I got my camera up really high today because I got this ice pack on my area because it hurts so bad. So, yeah. So if y'all can see it a little bit on Instagram, I'm sorry. Got the Winnie the Pooh out today. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. It is the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. It's mental health talk on the couch. And it is men's mental health awareness month. So I do, really want to tap in to, you said why? Give me a second. Tap into, men's mental health awareness. I really want, the men to, if you get a chance, tap in, join the live. Come tell me your story. Let's talk about it. And as far as the why on the, if you haven't been tuning into the couch, I have 23 cysts on my ovaries and a fibroid that's either in or behind or somewhere that has to do with my bladder, but it's pushing into my bladder and my rectum. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm always in pain. Some days is better than others. I actually wrote that down because I wanted to apologize for not being on Friday because I was supposed to be live Friday, but I was just so dizzy and I hadn't even took my medication yet. It just, sometimes my spine and everything that's going on with me just makes me so dizzy, and it makes it so hard to just do anything. To me, it's embarrassing because I'm so used to, being basically strong.
And healthy and moving around, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you said you can't hear me well? Let me make sure that this is turned up. Let me know if this is better. You said it sounds really low. It might be me because it's hard to talk up. So if you're listening,
you might have to turn it up on the computer.
Let me see.
If there's a,
I don't know where the volume is on here.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's up here somewhere. There it is.
It's up.
It's up. It's just, I know it's me. Again, it's hard for me to talk as loud as I used. See, you said you could hear the pain in my voice. It's hard for me to project my voice like I usually do, because usually I'm on here like, y'all know me. I'm loud. So, but if I'm talking too low, let me scoot this up just a little bit more. I'm so sorry.
Scoot it up to fall off?
No.
Or what?
Oh, excuse me.
You want me to move up the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Just gonna pull that up just a little bit. So sorry about the. She's looking at it like, you gonna make this bitch fall.
She is.
I'm gonna do everything I can to not make it fall, but I got him really close.
Testing, can you hear me? It sounds like the mic is partially covered. And it very well could be, something could be in there.
Huh. Let me restart the live on here then. Let me try that real quick.
You know what? And I think one of my phones is connected to the internet. Do I need to disconnect it?
Yeah. Let me just restart. Give me 1 second, everybody. Let me restart the live on here. You said that's a little better, but I'm gonna restart it. Whew. When I say this ain't no joke. Oh. Give me a second.
You gotta retype everything?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, there we go. Whew. Okay. Sorry about the disruption. Ooh. Hopefully y'all can hear me everywhere. So let's go ahead and get it popping.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. Trust me, it ain't no fucking limits. I said none.
Trying to tell you, when you in there, you don't understand out here.
Some days it's cloudy up than other days. You can't choose wrong or you can fix your ways. Life's too short to be playing games. But if you sure you gon' make a change, I know it's gon' be hard, but you gon' be okay. And do not give up even if you make the same mistake. Yeah, it's tough, so just try to get your head right. And you're searching for some answer, and you was dead right. Yeah, you was. I know they tried to make you think that you was crazy. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. Now every time you come around, you just be scoping, don't be saying. I keep my mouth closed and I just listen. We never been on the same. You can say we different. It's a hard pill to swallow when there's no chaser. So go ahead and crush it. Let me take a toast with y'all. Some days it's cloudy up another day. You can't choose wrong or you can fix your way. Life's too short to be playing games. But if you sure you gon' make a change, I know that you try hard and you gon' be okay. Please don't give up, cause I promise you gon' find your way. After the storm is over, you'll see it wasn't all for nothing. You'll see that it wasn't all for nothing. Hey.
Plan on dropping an album at the end of this month. So shout out to everybody that has been patient.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate the patience. Some of y'all have literally been with me through this journey. Not as long as my wife, but as long as the podcast has been out.
Some people have.
Yeah.
And some people been around longer than me.
Yeah, I will say there are some people
There's
that
a
have
couple.
been that are in my life that have been knowing me since my pain either first started or around the first time when I was complaining.
You know what? But now with whatever they found, maybe once you get your surgery and stuff, that'll be one thing gone.
Yeah.
You know?
At least one thing.
Yeah.
You know, I have several issues that's going on. And unfortunately, it's several. I was really honestly hoping, and I know that this sounds fucked up, but if it was gonna be an issue, I was hoping that it was just one thing. Honestly, I was in denial. I was thinking that it was just one thing. I wouldn't give nothing else.
If you didn't get hit at Sprouts, it could have only been one thing. You know what I'm saying? But now they done came with the
right.
You know what I'm saying? And now they done really, really fucked you up. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, it could have been one thing.
And it probably was one thing at the time.
Yeah.
But being hit that hard,
Yeah.
with a forklift pallet full of sodas,
Electric pallet jack?
full of sodas, didn't make it any better.
Hell no.
So I definitely appreciate everybody that has been patient with me. You know, that has really been supporting the couch, you know. And not only supporting the couch, but supporting my music, my movement, you know, everything that I do. And I have, you know, people that inbox me and, you know, and even shout out to the people that have been buying merch, that have been sending stars,
Exactly.
that tip the couch. Because what that does for me is it helps me keep the lights on. It helps me get my medication. It helps me get the things that I need. Because I don't have a job and I'm not getting disability. it's a process. Anybody that knows, it's a process,
Yeah,
and
it's a
they
long
taking me through it.
process, yeah.
You know,
They don't just give it out.
they don't give a fuck that I'm in a wheelchair. They want to see how long I'm gonna be in a wheelchair, or this, that, and which I don't know. I don't know how long until they figure out exactly what's going on. But
Mhm.
but until then, you know, like I said, you guys are very helpful. You have no idea when times are very, very hard, and I'm like, oh my God, like how am I gonna get my medication, or how, you know, it is times where I'll be thinking like that, and when my wife can't come through, guess what?
Yeah.
Y'all come through.
Yeah, you know what? And this is so cool because it is like a community. And you know, y'all, sometimes people will turn around and be like, hey, you got $30 that I can borrow, or hey, you got so and so and so and so much, this and this, or hey, does anybody have an extra extra turkey that they can give me for Christmas, or extra,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's a community. When we have it, we should make sure that we
Right.
pass it along.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pass it along.
And anybody that knows me, and even my friend that passed away, you know, I'm really big on if I still had, you know, my legs to do what I used to do, because anybody that know me, they know I'll be in that car. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not delivering groceries or something, not even just for you know, Instacart, I will go, you know, get food from the food pantry, and I'm vegan, so I will make sure that I have all that food for anybody on my Facebook or that follows the podcast. You know, I make a post like, anybody need, you know what I'm saying? Kiki, my homegirl that just passed away, guess what? I fed them for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Every year I cook big Christmas and Thanksgiving, and anytime somebody need, I just make a post. And if you hungry, you can either pull up or we can deliver it to you. But you know, it changed, you know, being in this wheelchair, not being able to do things that I usually do, that I'm used to doing. I'm used to helping people on a day-to-day basis. I'm used to being at people's beck and call.
Yeah, you be couching.
Yeah.
The couch be couching, y'all.
Yeah, I was used to that.
Yeah.
And now that I'm not able to do that, it's like, oh my God, like I'm failing my people, which I know I'm not, and I love that y'all inbox me and let me know that I'm not. But that's how I feel. The tourist in me, the caregiver in me, just it sucks.
When you give less than what you normally know that you can, you start feeling like, you know what I'm saying, like you're falling short.
Right? Like, am I doing enough?
Yeah.
You know, for my community, am I doing enough for my people? But am I also doing enough for myself?
You ain't gonna be here if you don't do something for yourself.
Yeah, you said you wasn't on the full story. I'm so sorry. The forklift on you though. Ouch. Whoa. Venus represent. Uncle Yola, if you get a chance, come to the Instagram so I can pull you up. I would love to hear from you. Couch Chronicles No Limits on Instagram. You can join and send a request.
My
and
guy,
I'll pull you up.
big uncut, not the little one,
But
y'all.
you know, honestly, this really fucked up my mental. I'm used to being and I'm still like that in a way, but I'm not as happy.
You know what? That's true, but you still underneath all this, just like we be laughing when you be making them stupid noises. She be in so much pain, y'all. Sometimes I be in the next room like, what the fuck was that sound?
She be thinking I'm
Nigga, I be thinking, bro, she in here cracking up.
She be like, baby, I'm like, baby,
I be
I'm
cracking a
in
joke in the
pain.
next room, and all I hear is, ah! And I be like, yeah, that shit was funny. Nigga, nah.
And I be like, baby, you know this is pain, right? She's like, oh,
we just was so used to having so much fun all the time.
Right.
But then it kind of turned into like, okay, well, we gonna laugh at something then. And
Facts.
we just started kind of getting back in the groove of like, at least kicking it, laughing. Yeah. Even if it hurts to moan too, shit.
Yeah.
So you might as well, laughing is the same shit.
Facts. And we made a VIP area it makes me feel so much better.
Because we can't go out all the time, you know what I'm saying? It's not like a hassle. It's just that she can't sit for, like, too much, too long. She can't stand too long. She has to be able to lay down.
Yeah.
And when we go out, we don't have that privilege, you know what I'm saying, for her to be able to, like, use the bathroom when like that, you know what I'm saying? And so I had to make a little something.
Yeah.
I went and get some champagne, and we be popping little bottles right here
Yeah.
in the VIP.
And it makes me feel good because sometimes some people come over and they join us in the VIP, you know, like my best friend, and you know, we had a couple people come join us in our VIP, but I'm able to, you know, sit up for a little bit, and then whenever I can't take it anymore, I can just lay back for the amount of time that I need, and then I can sit back up and then
Still
enjoy
kicking
it.
it, yeah.
But you know, it's hard, and if you don't know, it does something to your mental.
Well, what's she about to do?
I don't know. But I do want to ask this: what has it done for your mental? You know, dealing with this.
It. You know what? I get a little bit stressed out too sometimes because I feel like, you know, sometimes it's like, you know, I'm just one person and I'm just not. Am I doing enough? Am I? Can I do more? Should I do more? And why aren't you doing more? Those are the three questions that I ask myself every day. You know what I'm saying? And I have to sacrifice my time. You feel me? To make sure not only that when you go to the doctor that bill go immediately through and they don't turn you away because of insurance or anything, and that you can pay for everything that you got coming. So sometimes I do have to put myself in a certain place, but I'm glad to do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm glad to do it. I love it. I want to do it. I have moments of stress, but even in your pain, when I turn around and I say, baby, you gotta be the one that feeds me because I'm not getting it from anywhere else. You know, when my job is stressing me out and you literally are in pain on the bed, like, and you giving me words of encouragement, you know what I'm saying? All we had to do is hold hands and smoke a little joint and listen to some music. We ain't even gotta say nothing, you know? And I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up and you're in the kitchen literally on your fucking feet cooking because you're trying to appreciate me, you're trying to show me. And yeah, I can't, those times and those moments don't last very long for me. So I really appreciate that because I really could be in a fucked up way.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
For real. And it's hard for, you know, anyone that's dealing with any type of, you know, mental illness, even chronic illness. Any type of illness can cause you a different illness. You see, chronic illness caused me mental illness.
Yeah.
And just me dealing with that caused her mental illness.
Right.
You know, and it's...
I was losing a lot of sleep. That's what I was doing. Because I was trying to do too many things, trying to make sure that I was above and beyond the call. You know what I'm saying? So I was taken away from sleeping. I was, you know what I'm saying, and not taking care of myself.
Right.
At a point, you know what I'm saying, where my mental was almost, you know, cracking. Remember?
Right.
I wasn't able to drive, and there was times where I literally couldn't even think. I was just taking turns on the street just like a robot because I couldn't think. Yeah, it was crazy.
Uncut Yola said, yes, I feel you. I've been turning it up and trying not to spread myself thin with it, but make sure I'm going for the right efforts and to the best of my ability. My wife suffers from chronic pain too.
So yeah, you understand. That's a heavy burden. You know, chronic, never going away. It's
When you
always gonna
have
be
to
there.
watch the one that you love going through pain, that in itself can cause mental health issues in men and in women. Now, I know that it is Pride Month, but I don't want pride to overshadow the fact that it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Like, let's not, and I'm part of the community, so come for me if you want to, but to say that in Pride is all month, but guess what? Men's mental health awareness is all month as well. Don't let pride overshadow the fact that it's men's mental health awareness. Please. Because men need more help, to me, in the mental health area than us celebrating being gay.
I agree with that. I agree with that shit. Because to be honest, man, the place that men have put themselves in society, they have put themselves in a place to where they really, really, really are under a lot of stress. They put themselves there. That's where they are. You know what I'm saying? However, the reality is still is that they realize who they are, and that's where they place themselves. And the burden is great. Also for them, like mentally, like the physical burden. You know what I'm saying, of stuff that they have to bear and have to do. There's just certain shit that, you don't see women out there doing.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Period. The men are going out there.
Right.
You understand? Right now they got the draft going on. You don't see nothing about a female. Do you? I didn't hear them say female.
Right.
Nothing. They said male. And all the motherfuckers who changed over too.
Right. And they say the biggest male mental health issues are depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, PTSD, and substance abuse.
Yeah.
Any man that's watching, let me know what you think about that. Because anytime that you see that a man is going through something, do you ever see them offering to be like, you know what, right now, my mental health ain't good? No. They be like, I'm fucked up. Now get the fuck out. Like, really, they be ready to, sometimes they even go pick a fight.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll antagonize somebody on the internet. Sometimes they'll cuss their baby mama out. They won't put their hands on them, but they'll cuss their baby mama out for no apparent reason, but just because that they know that they're not going to go nowhere and they can use them as a cuss out board. For real. It's like that. It is like that. If you're a man and you've been getting the help that you need for mental health, help another man. Because let's face it, men don't like to talk to women about anything that has to do with mental health, let alone talk to us, period. And that's just real. Some men are there at that point where they can talk to women. But some men, they'll even post it on Facebook. They truly believe that you cannot talk to a woman. What can a woman do for you? How can a woman help me?
Right.
So, with that being said, the men that's already getting the help that you need, I encourage you to, especially if you have experience with dealing with a therapist and getting the mental health help that you need. Coming from the experience of a man directly addressing the issue opens the door for another man to converse on a subject, when another man might have felt either awkward or embarrassed to talk about it. So keep in mind, men, especially the ones that's getting the help that you need, and you're all about mental health, men's mental health support. Be that beacon for the men. Be that leader that they can follow. And for those that feel like, oh, I'm a leader, not a follower, well, you need a leader to follow. You can't. How did you learn to lead? Who taught you? Nobody. So you just leading.
And you know what? Men do need to stay away from, like, if another man comes to another man, and as far as like the mental health and wants some advice or wants to tell him something, men need to, they've responded to me. You just got to get over that. You just got to perform. You just got to. It just is what it is. You just got. That's what I'm talking about. Where men are in a place where they have placed themselves to a certain standard, and that's just it. I mean, against all mental, you know what I'm saying, and psychological reasons, you know what I'm saying, why you have to bear that alone is beyond me. Like, but at this point, men also do tell other men, like, you don't got time for that shit. Like, you got people depending on you. You got to go out there. You have to. Who else is gonna do that? even if you don't, even if today you feel like killing yourself, what that mean? You still got a family to feed. I mean, think about it. That's still the answer at the end of the day.
But we need those men that don't just think like that. We need those men to actually be like, hey, you know what? Let me sit and talk to you for a minute. It's not just get over that.
Right.
You're gonna be all right. You got a family to feed. Well, before you have a family to feed, you have your mental health to feed, your mind to feed.
Yep.
Because if that's not right, it's nothing that you can do for anybody that you love. It doesn't matter.
You'll break down. You got to find out how to get back there and stay there. You know, healthy with your mental health intact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You
When your mental health is not intact, then there's no possible way that you can be the best person that you know how to be or that you can be when you're not all the way at your best. You're literally breaking down every day. Every day is getting more harder to bear because you started off like this, doing it. Now you like this, and then you like this, and then you like. Find somebody to help you carry that burden. Get help. Talk to someone. Even though y'all older and it might sound crazy, but find you a big brother. Find you a big sister. Not your physical big brother, physical big sister, unless they give you that comfort that you need when it comes to your mental health issues when you're talking about it. But if somebody's not giving you that mental health comfort, if they're not making you feel like, they right. Let me go get some help, or they right. You know, if it's not an encouragement, if it's just, man, you a man. Keep that motherfucking shit, man, grab them balls. Suck it up. Or if they is a girl, put your big girl panties on. If those are the type of people that are in your life right now, I'm so sorry to say that's not the person that's gonna help you. That's not the person that's gonna get you on the right path to helping your mental health issues.
Yeah, not for mental health. They might help you in something else, you know what I'm saying? But not for the mental health part.
Exactly.
You know?
And there's people in your lives that's for certain things. But those people that I just mentioned, that's not one of them for your mental health. They can actually bring your mental health down. They can make your issues worse. If you're thinking about committing suicide and they tell you, you know, what you feeling ain't really what you feeling. You good. Go to sleep and you're gonna feel better tomorrow. What if immediately when they don't feel better in the morning and they feel worse, they kill themselves? How would that make you feel? Remember the words that you just told them the night before? That wasn't encouraging.
Right.
And no matter how you try to put it, that's some motherfucking mental health gaslighting. Hey, is that even a thing?
It is now.
Hey,
But
don't do that.
You know, sometimes, and this is coming from experience, all sometimes a person really needs is a break. I wouldn't say a break. A break can be, it could be a hiatus, it could be a sabbatical. And that means literally from yourself, from your own life, from you as well. You know what I'm saying? You have to take a break, and it's not necessarily going on vacation, or you have to take a break from the thing that's stressing you out. That's what you need to take the break from. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a bill that's stressing you out, just hurry up and do something where you can pay it twice ahead and get it done. You hear me? And then don't think about it for them 2 or 3 months. Fuck it. You know, you have to figure out a way to take a break from that thing without ruining your life.
Right. That's a fact. Now, I want to read a quote for you guys before we go into a break. And this is from Don Millman. It says, you don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you. You don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you. That's heavy.
Yeah,
That's heavy.
that's real.
And for some people it's hard. Because we mind fuck ourselves a lot. I know I do. I mind fuck myself. But I don't mind fuck myself anymore to the point where I let that mind fucking fuck me raw. Yeah, you ain't finna keep fucking me raw. I'm not about to just keep, no. I gotta make a stand somehow.
I gotta make a stand.
If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles where ain't no fucking limits. Yes.
Facts.
He said Dan Millman is the man, yo.
Hey, straight up.
Facts. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles where ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time. Make sure that you follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, and Big O. Couch Chronicles No Limits on Instagram, and my main YouTube Instagram, and my .com, which is THA real JANELL. I'm gonna jump into a song, and we are gonna finish up. I'm gonna sit up as long as I can. Here lately, I've only been able to last like 30, 40 minutes, but I'm gonna try to last the hour tonight.
You doing good.
Thank you, babe. I'm gonna try to last the hour tonight, and I'll also try to be back on the couch tomorrow. If I'm not on the couch tomorrow, it's because I'm not feeling good. But other than that, I'm gonna be on the couch. My plan is to always be on the couch, even 48 hours after I have my surgery. Is that all right?
48 hours. Damn, that's 2 days. What?
We'll see. It's the Couch Chronicles where ain't no fucking limits. And any of the music that you hear tonight will be on my new album dropping at the end of this month. I'm super excited.
For real, yeah. For real.
I'm super excited. And before I get into that, I do have merch available that you guys can purchase.
Big Slime.
Yeah,
I
now
did
this is
Big Slime.
anybody that did Anytime, they know the album cover. So this one is the time, and on the back it says, and you wouldn't understand it if you didn't live it.
Straight up.
The Elevate album, these are the Elevate shirts. And anything can be pre-ordered, any bigger size, smaller sizes. I also have sweats, hats. I don't have the Couch Potato shirts yet, or the Couch Chronicles where they are fucking limits. But coming soon. You can pre-order that anytime. Look on the page and you'll be able to see what it looks like. But these are the Elevate shirts available now, and all of these are unisex. So unisex. And I do have some shroom shirts still available.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, wifey designed this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, hit me up, DM me, I'll let you know. I'll send you the price list if you're interested. Also, anybody that's tuned in tonight, if you DM me and you do want the prices, if you can quote any one of my songs, I'll send you a $10 off, little code.
Voucher.
Yeah, little voucher. That's what I was trying to say. All right, let's get into the next song.
What you think?
If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. And on my time now, I have to prove something. On my time now, I did on my time. I said what I said, and I don't do no nothing. I promise no lie. I stand on my word, and I promise you yeah. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. In my time now, I have to prove something. I said what I said, and I don't do no bluffing. I'm gonna be something. So if you was out, and I'll show you how I'm in my own plan. No man don't take me off my square, but if you take me there, I'll show you why I don't play. It ain't a game. You say you care for who you cross. That's why it pays to be the boss. can't get you off. And they be busting you down like some soft, yeah. Really don't gotta say much, but you can see that I got all the sauce, yeah. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. And on my time now, I to prove something. On my time, I did on my time. I said what I said, and I don't do no bluffing. And I swear you don't know. I stand on my word, and I promise you, yeah. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. I did my time now, I to prove something. My time, I to prove something. I said what I said, and I don't do no bluffing. And I swear you don't know. I stand on my word, and I promise you one thing. And I promise to God, if I don't become great, it's because they can't handle the real. And if I'm lying, put that on the Bible. Play back and call it a deal. People be lying, let's keep it a bill. The shit you be saying, I can't even feel. So a lot of time I'm solo, cause people be switching like roles in the film. I don't have time for the haters, and I don't have time to be playing these games. If I said something, I meant it. I'm setting examples, I don't wanna be like these names. I made a name for myself, no one really gave me no help. I came in the game and I swear I didn't give them hell. I don't need you to apologize, you already showed me who you really truly are. And I'm not even judging you, just saying that what you did left me with hell was yours. But it's okay, I'm doing great, I get to the pay. If I cut you off, it's cause you was fake and I won't see you later. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. And on my time now, I have to prove something. On my time, I did on my time. I said what I said and I don't do no bluffing. And I promise no God, I stand on my word and I promise you, yeah. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. My time now, I have to prove something. My time. I said what I said and I don't do no bluffing. It's all God, I promise you on my word. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. It's mental health talk on the couch. It's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I do have a few more things that I do want to share. I keep twitching.
Not twitchy twitch.
Yeah. Some might not ever fail.
Right, you Miss Cleo.
Right.
Shit, call me no for your free
Right.
reading.
That's weird.
Yeah, I want my money back.
Some men might not ever feel depressed until they go through divorce, financial and legal issues, also being single. Did you know that one study found that men being single can trigger suicide?
No companionship, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
They do. Supposed to be with somebody.
Right.
Like somebody gotta know where you are. Somebody gotta make sure, you know. Remember, we seen a post by somebody that's close to us said, you know, I might die at home and nobody will know that I'm dead for weeks. That's fucked up.
Right. That's really fucked up. And I want to say this.
That made me rethink.
And somebody that's really close to me in my life, I'm talking about really close. I love this man with all my heart. You know, he was in love with this woman. And it just so happened that it didn't work out. I don't want to go into the circumstances, but it didn't work out. And he hasn't been the same since. He gets money. He's very financially stable.
Yes.
Credit, one of the best.
Yes.
I'm talking about take trips out of the country maybe 13 times out of the year.
You name it.
But the other day I was talking to him, and even with the state that I'm in, he still was like, yeah. I was like, hey, you know, are you okay?
Right.
You know, because you don't sound the same. And he told me, he said, Janelle, I have everything that I need. I'm well off, but I don't have companionship. I don't have someone to share it with.
Damn.
And it broke my heart. so like I shattered in pieces hearing him so defeated like that. Because I know how it feels to be loved. And I know how it feels to be in love. And if my wife ever left me, I think I would be sounding like that too.
Oh.
I would be like,
That's exactly what you better say, because I'm not leaving unless I die. I'll
Right.
be dead. So y'all know this. I'd be dead if she was sounding like that.
It's just like,
Yeah.
it just, men deal with hurt in a different way. He, in his case, got more successful. But now that he's at the top of his game, where do you think he is now?
How can you even trust anybody at that point in your time in your life? Look at all these celebrities now. They done spent 20 years with their mate. Guess what? The 20 years they spent with their mate's still young, nigga. That motherfucker, what, 41? Nigga, they like, divorce, give me the money. And they going, now they finna go do the Watusi, wherever the fuck where they been, Remy Ma and, and folks, everybody. You know what I'm saying? They done built their kingdom and empire, nigga, now.
Right.
Oh, well, nigga, the power, it's over. I got what I need to have. I'm independent. You don't, and shit, I never thought they would break up, nigga.
Right.
God damn.
It's like the people that you never thought would break up.
I'm mad about that one.
It does something to both parties. Men holding it in is probably going to make it a little bit worse, because at least women, we're letting it out. We're crying.
All of them getting divorced. Everybody get left and right. And then splitting the millions in half, and they're gone. Now they over there partying in Ibiza with yo and so and so and so.
I'm done.
Nigga.
The biggest killer of men under 50, guess what it is? What you laughing for?
What is it?
Suicide.
Suicide.
Suicide. Because men don't know how, the ones that's not getting help, they don't know how to deal with their emotions and where to put it. So when it boils and keeps boiling, eventually it's gonna blow. The lid is gonna pop off. And once that lid is popped off, who knows how to deal with it if you don't know how to deal with it. You just keep going and keep going and keep going until the only way that you know how to get rid of that feeling that you feel is to be gone. Is to be gone.
Damn, man. That's a good clean ticket out of here. You can leave all responsibilities behind. Nick, when I tell you, you ain't gotta deal with nothing. You hear me? That's a for sure.
And when you think about that, it's, for some people,
Yeah.
it's an easy decision to make.
It's depending on the perspective of hardship, or you know what I'm saying, mental health, stability, or
Right.
just, you cannot tell me right now, y'all, that it don't take courage to kill yourself.
It does.
Nigga, you could easily kill another human being, no problem, but can you take your own life? What?
Men have been less likely to seek support for issues for a number of reasons. Mental health issues, for a number of reasons, like the stigma and the traditional strong male stereotype, is still prevalent in our society. The idea that expressing emotions is a sign of weakness, like, who the fuck made that shit up? No, who made it up? Who was the very first person to instill that?
Somebody who probably, trusted in somebody and they used it against them.
Because it's insane to think, or to even make a man hold they feelings in. Okay, imagine this man that you instill this in mothers. You instill this in your son. Say you was the one that did it. Fathers, say you was. Wasn't it just Father's Day? Say you was the one that instilled this in your son, right? And by the time he turned 18, everything that he felt emotionally, by the time he turned 18, he blew up and killed 27 people. How would that make you feel? Would you still be like, oh, well, I instilled, that's not what I taught him? Well, in a way, you taught him that because you taught him how to hide his feelings to perfection. You taught him how to keep things in, and you taught him the first thing about cooking water, on the stove, boiling it, but it was just him. So he had no other way to deal with his emotions. Who taught him? What does he know? All he knows is how to display anger. And when you display anger, you end up with Oklahoma City being blown up. You end up with the World Trade Center being blown up. You end up with school shootings. When have you heard, which I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but when have you heard 12-year-old young little girls shot up? Not saying that they're getting help and the men aren't, but men are specifically being instilled to not show their emotions. So when have you heard of a young little girl shooting up her whole school? A young little girl shooting up a country singer's concert. Ooh, you say you survived 3 suicide attempts since the pandemic. Wow.
Yeah, and when he goes down to do that, it be going down. Like, I remember he was like on life support, bro, like in a coma. What? I'm serious.
I'm sorry.
Like when I saw that picture, I was devastated. I thought I was going to have to go to a funeral, bro.
I'm so glad you survived. For real. But men don't get that.
That's the truth.
That hug that they need when they children.
But they can't.
Exactly.
They can't. Look, think about it. How could you, King Charles? You think King Charles over there showing the world that he crying and he need mental health? You think that's what he's doing? Because of the society that has been built. Those are the principles that men have built for themselves. They have built this. You understand? That's crazy, right? Because in order for you to be the king of the jungle, the king of the alpha male, the this and that, and to be able to stand on business, you cannot show the other side any sign of weakness because they can use it against you. No matter who you are, you can't trust nobody. And if you want to keep your shit intact, why would you go over here crying talking about, oh yeah, I'm sad because I can't pay the bills. Oh, well, since I want your bitch, I'm gonna go over here and do this because you're over here weak about it. There's a lot of fuckery that can go on in that respect, and that's what they've learned from their fathers back in those days.
And I can only imagine.
The 1960s, the 50s,
men
40s,
in prison.
they was getting, especially black men, they was getting lynched. Fuck all that. You better shut up and nigga, slavery. You was getting whipped. What you gonna do? Cry when they was doing all that buck breaking bullshit? What you gonna do?
That's what I was just about to say. Even in prison, the buck breaking, it's like the men, they have to deal with a different type of
animal,
a different type of mental health, what am I trying to say?
Are you transgender? What is it? Y'all want to go get a penis?
No, listen. The
All
men
y'all?
in prison have to deal with the ones that have to stuff their ass with the iPhones just to keep a phone to
You're going
keep in
to a
touch with
men's
their
prison.
family.
You got the penis. You're going over there.
To have to prove that you're the most dominant one on the yard, so you fuck the next man in the ass to prove that you're
That's what they do. That's how it, and
that has to do something to your mental. And I spoke about this on Prison Talk, and I know I had some people like, oh yeah, they didn't do that in my prison, but they're doing it at some prisons.
What?
They're doing it at some prisons to prove who's the more dominant person.
Bro, I was on the phone and I heard the shit with my own ears, bro.
I told the person that I've heard it
Nigga,
in Oklahoma.
No.
Myself.
No. I get
It happens.
No.
It happens, and could you imagine those men? They was instilled at a young age to hide their emotions. To hide their emotions. So now they don't know except to show how dominant they are. My rabbits, they fuck the men, the women, the women on the women and the men. Like
everybody.
To show who's more dominant. To show who's running this motherfucking shit. But could you imagine what that does to their mental health, especially when they're instilled at a young age not to show their emotions? That's gotta be hell.
You done sprinkled a bunch of shit on top of that. Wow.
That's gotta be hell.
At this point, suicide seems like the only way out of that one.
See, that's why suicide is the biggest killer of men under the age of 50.
Who really knew why people like Twitch killed themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we still trying to figure out how a person that was so successful, had a beautiful wife, had everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I ain't even looked online not one time and seen that man fucking frowning. And that is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That you can go back and you can look and see me venting on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You could at least see me letting it out somewhere. He didn't. Nigga, that nigga was on a smile all the, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Show me a picture where that man was frowning.
Right.
Never seen it. And y'all right when you say he has to hide his emotions.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing but.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
You know, for all of that, I mean, I ain't see shit out. Then he married his wife and he had the kids and, I mean, come on, nigga, on the Ellen show. Nigga, come, fuck, what?
Right.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen that man frown. He never had a problem. And that's the problem. You understand me?
Mm-hmm. One thing I want to tell you guys and encourage you guys to do, to help this month and forever, all the men that's in your life, tell them to keep themselves in good health by making all their necessary appointments, not just for their, physical health, but for their mental health as well. And if they don't have one, women, you know how we do. We can help them find one. Help them find a primary care. Help them find the doctor that they need. Help them find a mental health doctor.
Oh,
yeah.
Ellen was known to be and there we are. Back to what Janelle said too. Nigga, okay, Diddy's house ain't a penitentiary, but it sure could be to certain people.
Yeah, exactly.
It sure could be to certain people.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's the same scenario. She onto something there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fucked up to say.
Mm-hmm.
There was an experiment. Remember they did with the rats?
Mm-hmm.
They put all the rats in like an enclosed space where
Mm-hmm.
they were on top of each other, and then they had the rats over here that had a lot of space. Eventually, over time, the rats over here, they started exhibiting homosexual behavior, whereas the rats over here was pairing up with a woman, having kids, and going over to their own space. And over here, they was fighting and killing each other for the little space they had, and they was fucking each other.
Yeah.
That's what they was doing on the side where they didn't have a lot of space. You ain't got a lot of space in prison. You don't have a lot of space in the projects.
Right.
You don't have a lot of space in the hood. You don't have a lot of space nowhere.
So imagine, because, like I said, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness. Don't let pride overshadow the fact that it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month as well. Please, let's not do that. It's imagine the men that's in prison that either had to be the one to get fucked or had to be the one to do the fucking.
I just would have to. I could not be no bottom nigga like that. And there would never. I'd have to commit suicide. I'd have to die. You know what I'm saying? Or
That's why.
it would
That's
just
why
not be.
men under 50.
It would just not be
Suicide
right.
is the biggest killer. It is.
Some people can maybe live with with something like that, but praise God, like my butt wasn't messing with, Lord. I just can't. I just pray against the will.
Right.
That's what I mean. Against your will.
Right.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Now I want to leave you guys with this, and now I'm gonna wrap it up. First of all, I love you guys and thank you for for y'all energy, because I definitely need it. And baby, thank you for your energy today, because I need it, because I can't last. I know it's 5 more minutes, but I can't do it. The last thing I do want to say for mental health talk is, still to this day, anorexia is the most fatal mental health disorder, and the most violent mental health illness is a psychotic illness such as schizophrenia. I just wanted to leave you guys with that. Get the help that you need. It's mental health talk on the couch, and it's Men's Mental Health Awareness all month.
And we want to hear from some men, because
Yes.
we not men. I'm only we're speaking from the outside
Yes.
in.
So any men that hear this,
Yeah,
please
for sure.
DM me, send me
That's
a
what
little
we want.
video. I have questions. If actually, you see this? These are actually questions, just in case any man would have joined. But I have questions that I can send to your inbox, and you can send me a video, and I'll edit it. Just make sure that you have good lighting, and I'll make sure that I edit it real nice. And we'll do a few question interview with any man that's interested. Just let me know, and I'll send you the questions, and you can shoot me a video and send it to me. I love you guys so much. It's the Couch Chronicles, where ain't no fucking limits. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
None.
Mwah. Love you.
None.
Period.
Period. This was a good couch. That's crazy.
Spotify Pandora, thank you so much for tuning in. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits.